Hey guys, welcome back to session 3. We're probably going to go for about, no more than an hour. Get back into the swing of D&D after a couple weeks. Feels like more off. Typically during a session, I don't like to do it in the mid-session, but the Menagerie, you have been down in this area for long enough. You've been ticking check boxes and doing well and surviving and using strategy and trying not to just fight everything. It's honestly that time where I think I'm comfortable to tick you guys over to level 8. So, da 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 da.
Hell yeah.
You guys get the level, and it's not necessarily the most convenient level to do right now because it's chunky. Because for most of y'all, it's ASI or feat.
Right.
So I would understand if you guys wanted to be like, no, we'll postpone the leveling until after the session, or if we just wanted to roleplay you guys resting with the trolls, and in that case we can do the leveling process, kind of do this kind of like a semi play last part of the hour and just level up and go. I mean, and then just be ready to go instantly on next Friday, not have to do a recap. It's up to you.
I'm not prepped for leveling up.
Okay.
I'm totes ready.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and instead of doing the whole totes ready to level up, just know that plan to level up. You guys will absolutely, you've done enough, especially getting the troll bodies out and doing that little extra, which you totally didn't need to, but very nice of you guys to do. You guys will be level 8 next time we join. Next session we play, so next Friday. I'll be here to help you guys level per usual. If you guys have any questions, we will, once everyone is back, we'll roll for hit points in here so I have a log and I can follow it. And if possible, I'll reach out to Jesse just to see if he can roll me a die, just so he can keep track of Calisor. If not, then I'll roll it for him and we'll go from there. But so we'll pick up right now, part 3. No longer than an hour or so. It is midday when you guys emerge. It took about another hour or so of trekking and then gathering supplies, but you are at the embers of the pyre in the section of one of the hills that has been dug out. Very little vegetation covering the area, and what is there is sparse and dead, mostly rotted away. But you have helped the trolls gather 6 of their fallen comrades, and Rock led the survival efforts and did find some salvageable woods and other materials to burn. However, nothing edible was there to be found. Even Marb, as you are walking around with Rock and then branching off and splitting up, there's nothing here that you are comfortable foraging. You feel like better chances of getting sick if you eat it, even if you were to dig for roots and stuff. So yeah, you guys are gathered in one of the burrowed out hills. And what would you guys like to do? Anyone?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm curious, so I will just kind of mention to the group, be like, hey, I mean, there was that extra way into the tower. Is it worth investigating, making sure that nothing's going in or something, or see if there's an alternate way back into the catacombs where we were? I don't know. What do you guys think?
When you bring up the alternate way, Calisor will be like, it might be.
I guess he drops more boundary form then.
Huh?
I guess he drops more boundary form.
Oh, at this point, yeah, because he would have been comfortable with where you guys have gotten.
Fair enough. Okay.
Sorry, I should have asked if that's what you wanted to do, but
that's fine.
I know that this is something important that Jesse was still focusing on. He was like, yeah, I mean, we know that maybe the hags were getting in this way. Maybe that's the way in. Maybe that's the way they were.
Yeah, maybe we can get around behind some people that aren't expecting. I don't know. I mean, we keep going back in, and it keeps kicking our ass, and maybe this is an
I
alternative.
also, I think Hans might know the way, right?
Huh.
Like
Sure.
maybe we trust him and let him guide us. Is everyone gonna be okay, or are we gonna just rest here, keep watch, fight off whatever comes? What's the idea? Do we have food?
Looks at our.
Maybe just enough for us. And we have rations and stuff.
We can't make crackers and soup and stuff.
Yeah. There are there are fewer trolls to feed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We don't want. We should help them with their. Have they finished their ritual?
You kind of see that, like, they've gathered. Star Speaker's kind of leading what's going on. They're essentially, piling, not like in a just like one on top of each other, but there's actually seems to be respect being paid, um, where they're laying the trolls out next to each other in kind of like a line, and Star Speaker is taking his time while the other trolls are kind of either they're helping you guys gather materials, or some of them are kind of watching. And it's odd to see such a vicious creature, such a that has a reputation of just like slaughter and murder and going berserk, that they seem to actually have a human quality to them, with paying some sort of respects. And as time will pass, they will, take some of the woods that have been gathered, and they will take and prop them around their fallen kin, and all of them, all 8 of them, before anything else, they will take what blade they have, gash their hands, put it over their fallen kin, squeeze a fist, and let some of their, blood drip on to their kin. Kind of, their way of pouring one out to their homies. And Star Speaker will reach into the embers, purposely burning himself once again, and start setting the embers onto the wood, onto the bodies. And then eventually, because there is some of that dried material, it does take, and you start to smell roasting flesh, burning flesh.
Adam, just because I had tried to run a ritual with them, and that Rook would be very interested in this, would they allow me to participate and show respect with them doing what
As you kind of awkwardly kind of work your way over, kind of watching from a distance, but then eventually losing your space of it, Rock, you just kind of get closer and closer until you're up there with them, and Star Speaker kind of notices you, and in the same similar way kind of gives you like a grin, nods an acknowledgement, allows you to partake, and he will say, we are all kin now. We make this out together, or we lie under the stars forever. Yes?
Yes, it'd be my honor to lie with you if that's how it goes. We can see the stars together forever, and I'll do the cutting thing and whatever they want.
Okay. And a couple of the trolls kind of look a little curious, but then they nod, kind of acknowledgement. Yeah, sure. You participate in their little burning ritual.
I don't have to burn myself, do I?
No. It's only Star Speaker that he's the one that repeatedly will burn himself for whatever reasons.
Okay.
And you just gotta cut. But yeah. What's everyone else doing during the burial time? You probably have, this probably goes on at least an hour. Getting the bodies all prepared and logs put in place, or logs, quote unquote.
Just discussing the alternative, or discussing next thing. So potentially looking for that back route.
Sort of idea of checking out the other entrance.
Yeah. And then Calsor will obviously be part of that and say that he thinks, Hans will probably know that way.
Yeah, in the meantime, maybe we need to figure out where we're gonna take our, spend the evening. Or, so what time did we say it was? Early afternoon?
It's more like mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon, okay.
Maybe a little, midday. So like 3, 4. It's probably more towards 4. 5 probably once the ritual starts being completed.
Yeah, like where we were gonna spend, the night, so to speak, to rest up. Are we gonna do it out here? Are we gonna head back inside? I don't know.
Cal will speak up. It's like, it may be unpleasant nature, but at least it's still nature. I kind of like it. I like to be able to see the sky at night, if that's okay.
Yeah, why don't you think you could, because Cal, actually, no, he can't fly, never mind. I was gonna say he could shift into something to get a better view and try and find the hill, but he can't fly, so never mind. Hey, Flyboy, you want to see if you can find the hill that, because didn't we pass, so out of character, didn't we actually pass the hill on the way in that we thought had the alternate? Like the dugout cavern, or dugout tunnel?
Yeah, you would have seen it. You didn't pass it per se, from what I remember the pathing was, but like you passed a hill further out, and then it kind of opened up into what you kind of see where it kind of dips down, and it's just this bone and dead foliage and all that. And then this hill is off, not a very far distance, but we'll call it a distance to, if you're looking at the tower stage, left. And then according, like, your best guesses is there's another hill that you can kind of see off to the distance, opposite direction, kind of stage right, that kind of hugs one part of this tower. And your best guess would be maybe that's where you need to go.
Yeah. Maybe we seek that hill out, make that our camp, and then head in after that. Or how far can Hans go from?
As far as I know, Hans can go as far as he wants. He's not bound. I mean, I kind of lose sense with him after a while, but if I tell him to go, he'll go. I just won't know what he's doing. Even when I do, it's weird.
You can't, like, talk to him when he comes back, right? Like, he can't report back what he's found, can he?
I mean, we've only learned so much of the symbols with the hand, right?
Yeah.
We haven't spent much time developing some sort of communication. Nico, you didn't miss too much. Welcome back, by the way. Rock participated in helping the trolls bury their dead. In this case, it wasn't so much bury. They kind of laid them out. They all gashed their hands and kind of poured one out to their homies by squeezing their, bleeding hand and dripped some blood on them before Star Speaker reached into the burning embers from the original pyre and spread it across their bodies, purposely burning himself, essentially trying to get the wood to catch it. It does eventually catch, and you start smelling the roasting of flesh. The guys are discussing possibly going to the other entrance that you guys read about in, I think it was the Hag's Notes, if I remember right. And maybe Hans knows that way. One thing that I did mention is at the end of this session, we will roll HP because you guys are leveling up to level 8 afterwards because y'all have done a lot of good things, a lot of good strategies, a lot of good planning, a lot of good play, role play per usual. So you guys will be level 8 at the end of the session. Yep. Welcome back.
So yeah, so Kalasor is telling us that Hans can kind of go and, but you know he can't get much information back from Hans once he gets moved. Geez. So yeah, I don't know how good Hans is gonna be. I mean, he can show us the way there. Is that so? What? So when you say Hans would know something about that back entrance, what good does that do?
I mean, at least he can show us the way to get there, make sure that it's there, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm going off of what we've pulled from the notes and the words that they wrote. I mean, Hans is tied to this place somehow. We saw that vision, right?
Right.
The ghost.
But by the wisp.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
don't know about the rest of you guys, but I kind of think a different strategy might be worth checking out, because it seems like every time we run in there, we're just running back out with our tail between our legs. I mean, we may, you know, take some enemies down, but no matter what, it seems like we're overwhelmed.
you gotta remember, we're entering their den, right? It's like shaking up a really angry ant's nest every time. You need to be careful.
We did destroy that giant monstrosity, though. There
Yeah.
can't be more of those.
Galwal kind of, I think that thing was one of a kind.
I hope so.
Same.
That, oof.
Hope there's not something bigger.
I mean,
I don't know how they got something that big down there, right?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no way it fit in any of the ways that we came in, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like it grew up there or something. I don't know.
I
Well, the trolls were trapped for who knows how long, right? They were,
They said 200 years or something, some of them?
yeah, and they've been stealing their life force to do something, to make experiments. I don't really know anything about necromancy.
I think that I, I don't I think this is beyond necromancy at this point, right? Like I have a sense
You think it's
about.
something divine?
No, I think it's something not from this world. I guess. I mean, I've heard of planes because of Mothras, and you've all experienced his little pocket dimension. But those floating eyeball creatures, they don't strike me as of materia.
I mean, remember,
They're
we went to the maze from this place too, right? I mean, there's connections to other worlds or something in there. I don't know. I don't know anything about any of this stuff, but I know that we were clearly not in materia just, you know, earlier yesterday or whenever this was. I don't remember what time it is, what day it is.
yeah.
And we promised those writers we'd shut down that link too. I don't even know how to begin to do that.
I don't think that's really something we can do. We could try. Can we topple a tower? I mean, even if we topple a tower, what if it's just there? What if the link isn't necessarily the door? The door is just a means, right, to find that
It's
link.
that blue floating shit, right?
Yeah.
That's we gotta stop that. That's what's not natural. I doubt the tower was like that before Elsewhere showed up.
Ugh.
I guess
Grant's
I'm
like rubbing
assuming
his head.
most temples don't look like that then.
No, no.
Yeah, okay. I'd never seen anything like it, so.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Calisor will also just kind of, everyone's like, when you talk about the temple, he's like, yeah, I mean, we've seen, even I've seen stone work, but I've never seen it like stretched and pulled. Like, I don't understand how this tower came to be, honestly. It's magic beyond me. So, I don't know what the best plan is if we rest here in this cave further away with the trolls already? Or do we venture closer?
Well,
That's
if we're gonna bring in the trolls with us, we should find out a place that's comfortable for them because just about, I think, and I'm kind of gonna glance over at Al and Yersim, like, I think these guys can kind of do that, like, dome thingy most anywhere, but these guys can't fit in it, so it's wherever they're comfortable resting. So yeah,
Oh.
we should talk to them.
yep. Go ahead, Doctor. I'm here.
Yeah. So so at this point, will the ritual will be finished
Yeah,
up?
we'll say like you guys having the discussion about the plan, and still keeping watch and making sure that nothing shambles onto you guys and all that. Yeah, Rock will be finishing up with the trolls, and you guys are all able to kind of convene again.
Yeah,
And
I'll walk over to the star speaker and just address him directly and be like, "Hey, again, sorry for the losses that you all sustained. We greatly appreciate the help that you've offered and maybe continue to offer us. We were discussing potentially going back, but via a different entrance. But again, before we want to go in, we want to, recover, rest up. We have a way of keeping ourselves safe. You've seen it, that protective dome thing we do. We can do that on most places, I think. So where would you guys be comfortable? Taking a bit of time to recover. Maybe think about even if you want to join us again. But we've resolved ourselves to at least taking on this tower. Again, if not for the last time, maybe at least one more time. So. For I guess 2 questions: are you still with us? And if so, where would you be most comfortable making camp for the evening?
we are to the end.
Glad to hear it.
And while, yes, we are much few, anything better than being trapped.
Yeah, that looked indescribable.
Death is welcome compared to that.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
We are comfortable wherever. Here, good. There, probably good.
Okay. We will try and provide some food for you. Again, our supplies run short. It'll probably be similar to what we provided last night. I don't even remember what time of
This morning, I guess.
This morning, I don't know.
Was it? I don't even know.
Meal was good. No worries.
Yeah.
Meal, good. Strange, but good.
It may take us a while to do it. I don't think we have a big serving, vessel like we did last time. So
Make hole in ground.
okay, if you're comfortable with that.
A
little bit of an
he
earthy
kind of laughs.
smell.
He's like, he laughs and he's like, "We eat very different. It's
Is
okay."
this ground okay though? Like it's kind of, and then I'll like kind of just poke at it with the glaive. Like it's not. It feels dead. Is it okay to eat stuff that's been inside of it?
You make point. I don't know.
We don't have
Maybe.
many alternatives though, so if it comes to it. And
As you guys are,
and I think, this is all in character, but I think, the food that we make, it's blessed by the gods. I think so, probably okay. Yeah, wouldn't it be? I don't know.
And then the ladle helps a little bit too. I feel like it's worth a shot. If it worst case it doesn't work out, we can have a mission to bring the coffin here the next trip, I suppose.
Yikes.
Sorry, a soup bowl.
Yeah.
I love how this has devolved to getting a coffin out of the freaking crypt.
Yeah,
Okay.
as a stew pot.
Worst, worst case. That's not really a good worst case. I feel like. Well, how long have we been here? Shit.
That's what I enjoy is that none of you realize how long you've been out here. It's been amazing keeping the tracker going.
Al still has a skull that he uses as a soup bowl that one time.
Oh boy.
You still have that one. That's right. Very macabre of you. So,
Just because he forgot. It's fine.
So
I
I
would
guess we'll
say,
go back to the group and be like, they're good wherever. So I don't know. Tactically, maybe we should try and find that alternate entrance. Let Hans run around, and we make camp on that hill. I don't know.
I guess I'll speak for Calzor. Calzor will be like, yeah, we still got light. Might be easier to travel. We can see better. Like all of us.
Yeah, I mean, we got a bit of at least those of us who weren't on, retrieval duty. We got a bit of a short rest in, so a little bit refreshed, but still ready for a longer rest too.
Okay. Well, let's do this. He'll kind of tug on his necklace and let Hans get loose. Be like, all right, buddy, Hans, can you show us the other way? The other entrance? And Hans will kind of, he's propped up on all 5 fingers. And as if you could, like, imagine him looking at Calzor, he's like, sticks up his thumb, kind of rolls on the side, makes a thumbs up, rolls back over, kind of turns to all of you, kind of like gathering kind of his senses, who's all involved, turns and starts slowly scuttering away. Only moves 20 feet, so he's not that fast.
No. Yeah, I guess we follow him, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else doing anything as you are walking with Hans?
The one thing, Adam, while they were doing the ritual, you said it was about an hour, right?
Yeah, total time.
And it takes an hour to attune or longer?
About an hour, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to switch out attunement items.
Okay. Go for it.
And then once we go, I'll do Overwatch.
Fly over, kind of.
One thing everybody will notice is 10 foot around me, it seems to be dimmer.
All right, that one. Got it. Okay.
No, it means he's gonna play Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's
Cool.
playing XCOM.
He's a ball man.
Alright, so yeah, you got that equipped. Yeah, light seems to get kind of around it. Alright, as you guys are following Hans, go ahead. I would assume Hans is moving slowly anyways. How are you guys wanting to approach? Are you making yourselves known and just fighting your way through, or what's the plan for you guys?
I don't know how quiet we can be with a group this large.
You know,
Are there zombies in between us and the hill?
there are always going to be some sort of wandering, either basic zombie, probably like maybe some husks. There might be some skeletons.
Okay, well then I'll change my role from Overwatch to distraction.
Okay.
I'll go by, throw a pot shot at them, and pull them off away from me. I'll be able to double back fashion, and they'll be able to get back to the group.
So as you guys are starting to break from the hill and the burial site and kind of through this dead portion of the the woods, you get to where that bowl, that natural bowl, kind of forms, where it's just bone and kind of again mindlessly wandering undead outside of the temple. Yarsi kind of flaps his wings, gets a little altitude, soars forward, starts getting the attention of what he can, kind of corralling them up, being ever so safe because of his ability to stay out of reach. And after some given time, you see a few dozen that have taken the bait and has followed him as he flies in an opposite direction, allowing the group to, well, find where Hans has continued to scuttle off and catch up to him, where he does initially make the approach as if to go towards the entrance point where he slept that one night in the alcove. He gets up on that little stonework, seemingly taking in his positioning, kind of shifting from side to side as if looking or sensing or trying to understand where he is. And then now with haste, moving, dashing, go 40 feet, scuttling faster off to the distance, to the opposite direction where the hill where you were resting was. And he's going, and you kind of keep up with him. Essentially, at one point, you'll hear the flapping of as Yarsi has ditched his undead and come back to you. And then Yarsi, at that viewpoint that you have as you kind of look out, you do see a hill that is actually fairly close, not even, not even, I would say, 200 feet away from the tower. It just happens to be kind of encased by some trees, as here it seemed like the magic of the hills didn't keep life from growing at it at one point. And you guys approach another hill, same dead foliage around it, same dead trees. There's the usnia up in the trees that are inactive. You see that there are signs of excavation and claw marks into the hill itself. And Hans is just kind of waiting for you guys and kind of hopping and looking towards you all.
So does the claw marks look similar to the thing that we saw digging out below?
No, these are like much smaller.
Okay.
These are not like backhoe sized.
Right, okay. What do you say, guys? Look good for making camp?
Yeah, seems okay.
Can we, I'm assuming Yarsi's probably still up in the air? Or...
Yarsi has caught up with you guys. He's been kind of flying over you guys for the last, I don't know, few minutes or so.
think we could, dome up?
Yeah, for sure. Whatever you guys want to do. Got to start gathering tokens for next page. I don't mind. So yeah, if the plan is to dome up, who's gonna cast the dome? Where are you casting it? All my typical, usual questions.
And we should set up watch rotations as well. I'll take first watch, I think, especially since I just got a short rest.
And you will have trolls helping you guys on the watches.
Who's
All
casting
right,
the dome?
so
One of you two.
If Yoshi's still flying around, I got it.
go ahead, Al. You can cast that as a ritual if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember. I think bards are ritual casters. But my
I think
brain is
I'm pretty
actually.
sure they are.
I haven't looked at bards in a while, so
I
my
definitely
brain
can.
does not compute right now.
I have a spell slot though. I think I might just go for it.
Okay, that's fine.
If you're gonna do a long rest anyway, then yeah.
Yeah, but I'm ready to lie down.
Nicely done. So, as you guys do approach the kind of hollowed out cave, the or hill that leads into a cave, the Al, you find the spot that's relatively even, like flat, and you're able to get the dome casted, playing your music and watching the music actually coalesce into a physical, matter, as it were, and then your version of the dome appears, and the trolls will kind of set up around it. Anyone doing anything else?
Cast up some biscuits for everybody, I guess.
Okay,
Just refill everybody's water.
nice. Yeah. Please mark off whatever spell slots you need to use, and then I guess Krenlak and the trolls will just start finding a spot in this area and just start doing their best to dig it out to be like a big old bowl, essentially.
Stupid.
Barbecue pit
Yeah, barbecue pit. There you go.
for crackers.
Since I can't leave the dome, I'm gonna leave the ladle in the center of the dome.
Okay.
Just for anybody to take. It's free game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Anybody can use it. You just can't do the special thing without attunement, right? Is that the way that works? I think.
Sounds right.
I've got to double check it. It's been a little while since I wrote it, but
Been a
let me check.
while.
It is attunement. Yeah.
No, being able to use all of its properties is attunement.
Yeah, I think just doing the double food is fine, is anybody, right?
Yeah, but you still need to be attuned to it. But I mean, like,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Tell them to put the whole
Oh, it
note
is.
over
You're
here.
right. You're right. Sorry.
So I mean, anyone can attune to it. Like, takes an hour. You attune, you use it.
Yeah, and then you can pass it back.
Yeah.
My attunement slots are full, so I can't. I mean, I guess I could, but I'm not going to.
Does anybody feel like cooking?
I can't attune to it either.
I got a slot. I can.
I was gonna say you were, or no, actually, I guess Dregnar was the original owner, but you were the second owner, I think, right? Weren't you?
Oh my god, I've been muted this whole time. I'm so sorry. I can't.
You did what?
I have a slot that I can attune.
Okay, so it's either Grant or Marb. You're more than welcome. Whoever wishes to
Ooh, I'm
take.
interested in how Marb does it.
I bet you might be.
That works.
Okay, Marb. You don't have to worry about. Well, I mean, I guess we should be accurate. All right, Al, unattuned from the ladle. Marb, attuned to the ladle, please. You can just type in gut pot and it should work, or you can type in ladle on the search and it should find it for you.
Said God Pod?
Gut.
Gut
Yeah, I typed it in the chat.
Yeah,
One word.
a proper name. It's called like the Great Gut Pot Ladle or something like that.
Pot's ladle.
Version 1.6. Whoa.
Okay. Added little to inventory.
Perfect. So yeah, having 6 trolls, one of them which is much larger, just digging and scraping at the ground. You get a pretty quick hole dug, and you're able to, fill it up with biscuits and liquids that you have, and you basically have the makings of some interesting lawbearer stew once again. And since there are so few trolls now,
Yeah, we can definitely make enough because you can make like
you
40 some
definitely
odd
can make
pounds of
enough.
food, right?
Y'all can honestly eat from it too, especially if it's all using all the biscuits. So, is there anything anyone is doing while you guys are cooking? Anything? Al is kind of forced to stay in the dome.
I'll bring him something back. I'll bring him a bowl or something.
Woohoo! Al's gonna casually play a song of rest, just kind of waiting for the food in case anybody's able to take a short rest in that time.
Okay. The troll will, they'll assist with the digging, and then they will kind of go on, alert. They're not dropping their guard. They know, especially, again, they're halved in numbers of those that had survived originally, so they're on edge to some degree. Though you get the sense that they are okay, knowing that they have such capable allies with them right now.
Nice.
Us capable?
Yeah.
Not doing anything special. Just like I said, I would sign up for first watch if we want to do set up the watch rotation.
Yeah. So, short of that, unless if anyone has any role play or anything particularly in mind, could we sort out watches, and then we'll go ahead and roll HP for the level up, and then we'll call it an evening as you guys eat your dirt lawbearer soup.
That earthy
Tasty.
grit.
Extra minerals.
Yeah,
It legitimately is tasty though because of the fucking ladle.
ladle is ladle.
Tastes
Never
delicious.
thought this thing would get so much use. Honestly,
Dude.
I was like, "Oh, make a cool item." Right. All right. So
I'll do first watch. Because I was resting earlier too, so I didn't go with the.
Grant Davis.
I
I'm
have a
gonna.
small question for Davis. So I'm guessing I would stay up for like 5-10 minutes in the first watch and then take maybe the third watch or something.
Okay. What was that, James?
I'll be up all night as usual since I don't have to sleep. I just have to read a book or whatever so I can be on watch.
You don't have to sleep?
Nope, because I have the aspect of the moon, which allows me. I don't have to sleep. All I have to do is do minimum activity, and I get the benefits of a long rest.
So it's not even like a trance.
Don't
You're
you
just
want to nap though?
Nope.
One
Don't.
HP.
No, I don't have to sleep at all. As long as I do minimum activity, I get short or long rest without having to actually sleep.
Yeah, it's the power of the book. As long as the book,
okay.
he can do that.
And you recover some spells on a short rest?
Yeah,
Yes.
all warlocks do.
Warlocks are always short rest.
Might have to make up my second character soon.
Yeah, but you're limited on spells. Like I don't have nearly as many spells as you do or Rock does.
He only has 2 spell slots.
Yeah, I can only cast 2 spells a day. Everything else is cantrip.
Well, not day.
Then he's Vegito.
I remember it was fewer. I did not know it was 2 at level 7.
Yeah, it eventually at level 17 it becomes 4 or something like that.
The one kind of cool thing is they're all the same level, and like they get to be kind of high level at the end. It's like 5th level or 6th level at the end.
They're all 5th. They're all 5th.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But the thing is, if you don't have spells that don't benefit from upcasting, then it's kind of like, well, yeah, there's double edge. So who's going to be on second watch? I got Grant Davis first. I got nobody second. I got Al third.
I'm on all of them.
Yeah. Okay.
I can take last. I'll take last.
All right, Rock. What about you? Second, okay.
Yeah, second's fine for me.
All right, Rock and Cal will be second. Yeah. All right, there you go. I just have it listed so I don't lose it. All right, boys. Let's go ahead. Great session, honestly. I again sorry that there was so much combat. It's just the kind of y'all's actions have consequences. Let's go ahead and roll hit points for the level up. So Al, if you are going Bard again, go ahead and give me that D8.
Y'all ready for that barbarian multi-class? Let's go.
Oh, let's
no.
Go.
No, I'm going bard.
Nice.
Alright.
Ooh.
Sorry, I accidentally somehow killed roll 20. I don't know what I did.
I obviously got a 9 on my D8.
Yeah, totally rolled a 9 on a D8.
I qualify for
100%
barbarian too. We can all be bards.
Some of us definitely do not have the strength for the multi-class into barb.
Yeah, a lot of y'all don't. All right. Nice, Al. So you rolled a 6. I will say it this way: there's not going to be any of this don't level. You guys will get the rest. Go ahead and level. Go ahead and do that. We'll still play out the rest and everything. You guys would have to purposely try to ruin the rest for something to not happen. So on D&D Beyond, Al, you can go ahead and already click over to level 8. You can input that you got 6 more HP. Let the do the math, and yeah. So we'll figure out what you're taking. I don't think you get anything too crazy as a bard.
think so. Okay.
You just get ASI or feat, and you do get your first. No, you get your another 4th level spell slot, and you get another spell known.
Two monkeys. 2 monkeys per long rest.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next on my list? I'll be technically Calsaurus, and now we'll go to Davis. Davis, D10.
I'm rolling it in person. That's a 10! Fuck yes!
Oh, you're making up for your original one.
I totally am making up.
Alright.
And just, I don't know, I know we don't need to announce it, but I'm going to be doing a feat. It's going to be the Polar Master Sentinel combo bullshit.
Sorry, you already going that direction.
Well, it's Tactician. So, actually, real quick question. So, the Tree Monk / Materia version, so there's one that allows me to do the Battlemaster archetype.
Yeah.
Get superiority dice.
Yeah.
The way that it was programmed in when we did the feats there, it doesn't have the new Tasha's maneuvers.
The new Tasha's will be, in
so
there.
They would be eligible?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. I may have to see if I have to fix the feat to allow that or whatnot, but now I know that what my choices are, so, okay.
Yeah, perfect. Alright. And then, Danny, same thing. He just gets a ASI or feat. Most of y'all, this is going to be pretty common for all of you. Next on my list, Grant.
D10 then? Or D8, is it D8?
D8, if he's going...
Oh, Clerics are D8, that's right, yeah. Nice, yeah, that's good.
Nice, yeah, you guys are just getting beefy.
I'll probably end up doing wisdom, or I'll take a look at the feats if there's anything I want.
Sure.
Yeah. I have to say, it was actually a consideration for me to do 2 stat bumps too, because I've got 2 half stats where I could basically get 2 extra +1s in strength and charisma.
Also, my regular attacks will actually start doing some damage because I'll get a bonus 1d8 every time I hit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do. And technically, since it's materia, you can do weapon or any of your cantrips get the potent part.
Oh yeah.
Got it.
So keep that in mind. We kind of just lumped them both together because it's stupid that they weren't. All right, nice. So far, you guys have significantly increased in HP. All right, Marb, are you going Ranger again? Mr. Nico, you're muted if you're talking.
Yep, I'm going Ranger. I don't know if I have another option, but it's at D10, right?
Yes, sir.
Not bad.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you guys are rolling fine. This is Really good. Marv, keep in mind that when you adjust your hit points, it's gonna try to cancel out that -7 that you have from the roach poison. Make sure you put that back in. Thank you.
Got it. Do we go ahead and like go to level 8?
Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to go to level 8. Like I was trying to tell you, you guys would have to purposely try to sabotage this rest not to get it.
Challenge accepted.
Ability score increase.
Yeah, ability score increase or stat.
Thank you.
Stat score, but I think it's actually
It's
score
score.
usually.
It's score.
Yeah.
That sounds right. I couldn't figure it out. I was like,
Yeah.
Ability something increase.
Yeah, so Marv, you can either you know how it is. You can do 2 into Dex, 2 into Wisdom. You can look at some feats. You got options. You also do, since you're the Materia Ranger, you do get our version of Vanish, which for you actually becomes kind of handy because now as a bonus action you can take the hide action.
Nice.
And you also get some other benefits on that as well. So it does synergize with your favorite terrains and other things. So.
Wait, I get Vanish? Where's that from?
Well, you look at I don't think it's plugged into the Roll20 yet, but if you go to the source doc under Ranger and you look at level 8 Vanish, it tells you like you get some other benefits if it's like on favorite terrain and stuff like that. It's pretty neat.
Mine says level 8 is Wilderness Survival.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's not plugged in to the Roll20 to do D&D Beyond yet. I have to make it.
No, I like the source, like just
Really?
Ranger doc. Yeah,
Oh, no,
Vanish
you
is
have-
10.
Oh, do you have the
Do I
main?
have the wrong one?
You might. If it's just the Ranger one by itself, I may not have updated it yet. And that's.
If I look at Vanish for what I get at level 8 instead of Wilderness Survival.
Yeah, here I got you. Here. I'm gonna post the source doc, just all of it. Here you go. This is everyone's source doc. Here you go. Boop, and then Ranger's in there. Sorry for the confusion. I need to update the class-specific ones at some point. Ew, what are we doing with feet? Why?
go away. You're not invited right now.
So I moved it.
God damn it. Like, you guys are just weird sometimes. Alright,
So?
the giant spoon is amazing. I approve. So, anywho, Rock, are you going wizard or are you going cleric? Or are you doing something completely off the wall?
No,
Barbarian.
and just for the record, before Rock goes to sleep, he's gonna use all his spells to make a mini rain cloud and have a shower.
Okay, I love that.
Is it inside the dome and you're gonna make the entire dome wet?
We're all gonna drown because of the freaking cloud. That's how we avoid getting the long rest. Rock
Right.
drowns all of us.
Let's see how tired Rock is. I'll roll a d20, and if it's less than 10, it was inside the dome. 13. I wasn't that tired.
Yeah, there you go. Alright. Go ahead and roll me that d6 if you're doing wizard.
I did. I got a 6.
Oh, you did? Okay. I just want to write it in here so I don't forget. Rock. Rolled 6. And then Davis rolled. What did you roll, Davis? A 10?
10.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Last but not least is Mr. Yarcy. Nice. Everyone rolled above half. Jeez. Okay. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like everyone
I'm on.
actually
Drag gets 2.
beat or met average.
Drake, I feel okay with that happening to Drake.
Oh, Dregnar got 2.
I mean, it's
So,
theoretical.
Yarshi will go another level in Warlock, putting 2 points in Charisma, maxing out at 20.
Okay.
And Dreg is going to go up a level in Barbarian, so now he will be 4 and 4.
4 and 4. Okay, you're doing that path. All right, cool. The source doc has all the changes for Barb and Warlock, especially Warlock. Warlock is heavily remade, so I don't even know what you get at 8 anymore. I think it's just I don't know.
It's an ASI and another spell.
Okay, that's fine. Cool. All right, boys. Well, hey, it was awesome getting back to D&D. The break, I hope, was very refreshing, and everyone had a good time with family, friends, stayed safe. But I missed you guys, and I'm looking forward to continuing our slog.
Yeah, same.